Weddings are often remembered for flowers, family, and vows. But in some corners of the world, a wedding isn't just a celebration, it's a demonstration of power. And in one extraordinary case, a single wedding gift became a symbol of global wealth, political influence, and extravagance. This wasn't just a gift, it was worth more than the GDP of 50 entire countries. So, who gave it, and why? To understand the scale, you first have to think beyond ordinary wealth. This story takes place at the intersection of royalty, oil empires, and unchecked opulence. It centers around Prince Abdul Malik, the son of the Sultan of Brunei, and his 2015 wedding to Dayang Kurabiatul Adawiyah, an event that stunned the world. The Sultan of Brunei, Hassan al-Bolkiah, is one of the richest monarchs on the planet. With personal assets worth over $20 billion and control over one of Southeast Asia's most oil-rich nations, his family is used to luxury. But even by royal standards, what he gifted his son on his wedding day was unheard of. The wedding itself cost tens of millions. It took place in the Sultan Omar Ali Saifuddin Mosque, golden domed icon of Brunei. The ceremony lasted for days, with over 5,000 guests, including global dignitaries, tycoons, and royals. The palace was decorated with gold thread carpets, diamond-lined chairs, and crystal chandeliers. But the main event wasn't the ceremony, it was the gift. The Sultan reportedly gave his son a custom-built private palace, multiple supercars, priceless family heirlooms, and according to sources a solid gold, bulletproof luxury car. But even that was just a fraction of the true gift's value. The real surprise, a custom Boeing 747, modified into a private jet, fitted with gold fixtures, silk furnishings, and a fully staffed crew. Estimated value, over $400 million. That's more than the entire national budgets of dozens of small nations combined. To put it into perspective, that one plane alone cost more than the annual GDP of countries like Tuvalu, Nauru, Palau, or the Marshall Islands. And it wasn't just luxury, it was also fully equipped for long-range royal travel, including secure communications, a full bedroom suite, and a conference room. But the generosity didn't end there. The Sultan is known for his private collection of over 7,000 cars, including more than 500 Rolls-Royces. As part of the wedding gift, Prince Abdul Malik was reportedly given a selection of ultra-rare hypercars, some never even made available to the public. The bride also received a stunning collection of jewelry, including diamonds the size of marbles, emeralds from Colombia, and sapphires from Kashmir. The bridal dress was adorned with gold threads and Swarovski crystals and weighed over 25 pounds due to its embellishments. But beyond the bling and glitter, this wedding gift served a larger purpose. It was a statement of continuity. In royal families, especially absolute monarchies, gifts are more than sentimental, they're public proof of succession, power, and wealth transfer. In many ways, it was also a political message. At a time when oil revenues were fluctuating and neighboring countries were facing instability, the Sultan's grand gesture was meant to reassure Brunei's elite. The dynasty was strong, its wealth untouched, and its future secured. Critics around the world were quick to question the extravagance. Human rights organizations pointed out Brunei's strict laws, including harsh penalties for minor offenses. In contrast, the lavish spending on weddings and gifts painted a stark picture of imbalance. Still, within Brunei, many citizens saw the event as a matter of national pride. The Sultan has long used displays of wealth as soft power, showing the world that Brunei, though small in size, commands immense influence through its royal image and financial reach. The palace where the reception was held, Istana Nurul Iman, is the largest residential palace in the world, larger than the Vatican, Buckingham Palace, and the White House combined. With over 1,700 rooms, it served as both venue and home for the royal couple post-wedding. Foreign leaders in attendance reportedly left with multi-thousand-dollar gift bags, including solid gold souvenirs and limited edition watches. Security for the wedding rivaled that of a global summit, with closed airspace and satellite jamming equipment used to maintain privacy. The Sultan's motivation wasn't just personal, it was cultural. In Southeast Asian royal tradition, weddings are monumental affairs that represent not just union but divine favor. A royal wedding gift isn't simply for the couple, it's a legacy offering to the nation and its ancestors. Today, the gift still turns heads. The plane is occasionally spotted on rare diplomatic trips. The palace, cars, and jewels remain under tight security. But for Prince Abdul Malik, the most powerful part of the gift may have been the message. He had officially joined the highest ranks of royal leadership. This level of wealth is hard to imagine. The total estimated value of the Sultan's wedding gift package, upwards of $1 billion more than the GDP of 50 countries, and enough to fund public health care or infrastructure in struggling nations for years. While it may sound like a fantasy, events like this are very real. They highlight the staggering concentration of wealth among global elites. The wedding gift wasn't just opulence, it was a reminder of how deep power can run when tied to monarchy, oil, and secrecy. The royal family of Brunei lives in a world that's almost invisible to the average person. Private jets, diamond vaults, gold-plated rooms. This isn't fiction. It's how power presents itself in full. And sometimes, it's all wrapped up in the name of love and tradition. Some see extravagance, others see legacy. Whatever your view, the wedding gift of Prince Abdul Malik wasn't just expensive, it was historical. A moment when wealth became a spectacle, and a marriage marked the continuation of one of the world's most exclusive dynasties. Behind the extravagance lies architectural mastery. Istana Nurul Iman spans roughly 200,000 square meters to 0.15 million feet squared, making it the world's largest residential palace in living use. It contains 1,788 rooms, 257 bathrooms, a hall for 5,000 guests, 5 swimming pools, a garage for 110 cars, and a climate-controlled stable for 200 polo ponies, all designed by Leandro Loxin with interiors by Kuan Chu. Gold accents and marble define its decor. The palace uses 38 varieties of marble, hosts 564 chandeliers, runs on 51,000 light bulbs, plus 44 staircases and 18 elevators weaving throughout its vast floors. Wikipedia. World Atlas. Completed in 1984 at a staggering cost of around USD $1.4 billion, it was built by Ayala Corporation and projects national pride as much as fruition of royal ambition. Its shining golden domes, Islamic motifs, and Malay design reflect Brunei's cultural identity in stone and light. Guinness World Records. Though the palace is private, its generosity surfaces yearly. On Hari Raya Idul Fitri, it opens its doors to citizens, welcoming as many as 110,000 visitors over 3 days for feasts, greetings, and celebration. A rare glimpse inside the world's grandest home. Inside are not just royal quarters, but also government chambers. The palace doubles as the seat of Brunei's government, hosting the Prime Minister's office, throne room, and venues for royal and state ceremonies. Every element of the palace, from gold leaf ceilings to marble stairways, serves as a reminder. In Brunei, luxury is intertwined with authority. It exists not only for legacy but for governance, identity, and statecraft. The annual opening underscores contrasts. While everyday citizens prosper modestly, only once a year do they cross this threshold, a metaphor for Brunei's tightly held power and generosity expressed in ritual. At its heart, this wedding stood between continuity and showmanship. A gifted plane, jewels, palaces, all proclaimed a dynasty made for spectacle and stability. But the palace behind the palace, the Nurul Iman, is perhaps the most enduring symbol of that legacy. But the true legacy of this wedding isn't just in luxury, it's in symbolism. It marked the solidification of royal hierarchy, the uncheckable continuity of the Brunei monarchy, and a reminder to the world that wealth, when coupled with tradition, becomes something even more powerful: permanence. The Sultan's extravagant gift has since become a reference point in global discussions about elite wealth and royal displays. From financial analysts to cultural critics, many now cite the 2015 royal wedding as a case study in how modern monarchy projects power in the 21st century. There have been attempts to match it. Royal families in the Middle East, billionaires in India, and tech tycoons across the globe have all hosted jaw-dropping ceremonies. But few, if any, have reached the level of coordinated opulence and geopolitical messaging seen in Brunei's grand event. And for the next generation of royals, the bar has been set unimaginably high. Prince Abdul Malik's wedding wasn't just a family affair, it became a benchmark, not just for Brunei, but for every royal dynasty attempting to balance heritage, wealth, and the scrutiny of a watching world. So whether you see it as indulgent or inspiring, one thing is clear: this was no ordinary wedding. It was a moment when love, legacy, and luxury collided, and the world watched as history was wrapped in gold, sealed with power, and flown away in a $400 million jet. If you were captivated by this glimpse behind royal opulence, architectural marvel, and cultural symbolism, like, comment, and subscribe. We'll take you deeper into the hidden stories, dramatic milestones, and powerful traditions shaping our world, one palace at a time.